Awesome. We are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Titan podcast, Imagining the Possibilities of AI. I'm so excited to be joined by my co-host, Serena. And we have a very special guest with us, Mary Saadat, today, co-founder of Saadat Associates. She goes in her circles by the name of the Profitability Chick and has specialized in helping startups in the healthcare space achieve profitability, experimenting with AI. Mary, welcome to the show. So excited to have this discussion with you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. So, Mary, your impressive background in transformation healthcare industry, very inspiring. So, could you start by sharing how Sadat and Associate began in its core mission?
Sure, of course. So Saadat Associates was an outgrowth of 30 years of experience in the healthcare arena, predominantly C-suite and also in the hospital and outpatient healthcare provider space. And so in 2016, I launched Saadat Associates with no associates. I had a dream that one day there would be associates. And so the, the focus of is pretty much utilizing my years of experience was to focus on healthcare and privately held companies and in the optimization of profitability. So we work with startups, we work with turnarounds, and we work with growth clients. The space of the associate team that came into play into 2021 is above 80 mil and up to several $1 million. However, my particular space with the work that I personally do with my clients is 0 to 80 mil in revenue. As to the mission of the company is very core values based. So we align with our associates based on walking the talk of the core values. And the core values are integrity, transparency, value add, and accountability to make sure that what we say we actually can do in a high integrity fashion. If we're not able to service the client, we surround ourselves with resources that can provide that which needs to be provided.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it's really incredible the type of work that y'all are doing, and healthcare is not an easy nut to crack. Face countless challenges, especially the privately held groups, especially in a post-COVID world. And so, can you share a little bit about what your company has seen as some levers for success for the average medium-sized healthcare company?
Sure. There's so many. However, if there would be one, I mean, leadership is obviously imperative in the healthcare arena for so many different reasons. Because number one, the healthcare industry compliance is extremely difficult and challenging sometimes. And particularly when you're looking at profitability. Other arenas are that if it's managed healthcare, i.e., the reimbursement is from insurance companies, which we refer to as payers, reimbursement and sometimes with the margins of profitability can be very, very challenging. The biggest challenge in healthcare is the hiring and the retention of providers, both in the hospital arena and also within the outpatient provider arena. So nurses, doctors, etc. Sometimes, somehow in our industry, we are very good at burning people out. And so, obviously the leadership of making absolutely certain that our teams are taken care of is imperative, especially post-COVID.
Absolutely.
So when we're looking at the border pictures in healthcare sector, it's rapidly pivoting towards like technology. So from your perspective, how do you see AI technology will continue to define, in the healthcare industry, and what the operational success, in the future for, the healthcare? Mm-hmm.
So technology has been a life send of whatever, I forgot the right word for it, a lifesaver in the healthcare industry. Honestly, any technology that has been added, and so with AI that comes into play, while I can tell you that those of us that have been in healthcare, we notice resistance, particularly amongst teams, of incorporating AI as another better enhanced layer of technology. But once we get over ourselves and get out of our comfort zone, then what happens is it just enhances everything for us. And while it's new, okay,
Mm-hmm.
there
Yeah.
are so many tools and options that are becoming available, because I think you guys have some actually for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so those kinds of tools will only help in terms of some of the challenges that we face in the industry, particularly as it pertains to human resources, to be able to maximize that resource of humans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree. Elias?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
healthcare space. Yep. Hopefully, you can still hear me. I know I'm having some internet issues, but the
Yeah.
healthcare space. I mean, God bless all of our healthcare providers, front lines, and taking on all of the hard work, because it is a space that's easy to burn out in. So it makes sense that leadership, is critical to make sure that people feel valued and respected and have the resources they need to continue doing the work. I'm curious, Mary, about the AI piece, since this is an AI show. If you can talk about, both in the context of you as an executive leader in your company, how you've implemented AI, and also some of the reasons why AI has seen resistance in the healthcare space. If you could tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I'll start with the latter first. The resistance part is one of my favorite subjects, is always getting out of our comfort zone. Okay. So, and particularly in my industry, in the healthcare industry, we have a tendency to be very much entrenched in comfort zones. So, it's something new, right? I mean, it happened even when we were incorporating EMR. Like I stated, once we understand how much ease it provides us as a tool, then I think that we'll be more open to it. The other challenge, I think, obviously, is the compliance piece that we always have to be cautious of, in terms of making sure that HIPAA violation, Privacy Act, et cetera, we are a very highly regulated industry. How I've incorporated AI is that, by virtue of being a leader, and by also virtue of the fact that I'm leading not only my consulting firm, but also my my client engagements, is, AI is my best friend, because, I can really maximize my time in terms of utilizing tools that are accessible and available as a leader.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's amazing. Elias, do you want to show the videos? Is it time for us to show the little snippet of our technology?
Yep. And just to kind of face, this is a teaser video. Our product is in the pre-launch phase right now, but imagine having an AI enabled wearable that can hear and see, and you can engage with it. And
Very cool. What does it do?
Had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serena, do you want to talk a little bit about the device?
Yeah, so our 10 AI wearable device, you can wear it with you almost anywhere, and it is synced with all of your native apps that you have already on your phone, but it is powered by AI. So, almost, if you want to talk and interact with your AI wearable device, you're able to interact, with Google Maps, almost like any apps that you have. And also, we're really hoping to have our wearable AI to tap into the healthcare industry, and hopefully it can be a device to be an assistant, for clinics, either doing some um, clinical works, or taking care of patient notes, just more tapping into how can Titan AI wearable help with healthcare industry to improve the process, and overall just really help improving. Yeah.
Well, providers would love it if it would do their patient notes, as long as
Yeah,
there's the
definitely
choice,
with the patient note.
because that is the biggest pet peeve of any provider in any healthcare organization is the notes. And
Mhm.
if that tool were to do that, I'm sure that it would gain tremendous success in the healthcare industry. No,
Yeah.
I have not met any provider ever in all the years that I've been that loves to sit there and chart. Never.
Yeah,
For sure.
So,
definitely.
And it probably makes the administrators' lives a little bit easier too, because picture this scenario. I mean, we have ER nurses that are working ridiculously long shifts. I mean, at a certain point, transcribing the notes, not only is it tough and annoying, but then, from a finance perspective, if you're missing certain medical codes or you don't have the full picture, it's not, you're having a profitability issue
well, I think that
inside of
when
your
I saw
healthcare
this and
company. And so,
Serena explained it, I think that I was envisioning like a doctor doing his or her rounds, right? And if that particular wearable piece could transcribe the notes for him while he sees the patients, instead of him even having to carry his laptop, and that interface with the EMR, and then the compliance part is taken care of, then that EMR actually goes to finance and is accessible for the billing codes, et cetera, et cetera. But it will just relieve them a lot, as in terms of time efficiency. So it's very
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, very cool.
yeah. Yeah, thank you. Mary, I'm curious, obviously AI is so new, right? ChatGPT has only been around for less than 2 years, and it's, changed the way I work completely. And now I'm
Yeah.
developing on top of it, and everything is way different. And so I've got a curious question for you. Where do you think
Sure.
we're headed in the next couple of years? What do you think is possible with AI?
Gosh, I hope we're headed in the right direction. I like the direction you guys are looking at in terms of, being able to be more efficient, in terms of, frankly, the resources that we have, particularly in the healthcare industry. As to where the future of this is, I hope that uh, the word that pops up for me is integrity. I hope that it remains high integrity and does not really replace the human element, okay, but rather enhances the human element. That's what I'm hoping. And thus far, that has been the case. But, there's a lot of talk about AI and how it can replace jobs and this and that and the other. But at the end of the day, based on my experience, whether correct or not, or whether it's agreed upon or not, I think that it will just enhance that human element for us tremendously and save us time. And when we save time with anybody's life, then there's more balance in terms of the working world, regardless of whether it's healthcare or elsewhere. More fun time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
We're looking forward.
Family time, more time to pursue other than work. So I'm just hoping that will be the case with all the enhancements in the technology that's coming out.
Awesome. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your valuable insight, and definitely thank you everybody for tuning in. Sorry, our connection is a little bit bumpy today, but hopefully going forward it's getting a little bit better. Elias, we lost you for a little bit, but yeah. So do you have any question for us, or anything that you'd like to share in addition in today's podcast?
The final question I have for you both is, you showed that very cool thing, whatever it was called. But what are the things that you are working on that we can look forward to and sort of pay attention to?
Yeah, definitely. One of the initiative is definitely this podcast that we're doing. So definitely we're trying to get a lot of information, especially from healthcare leaders, to number one is definitely see where the needs is. So for our developer to look into where we can help with the technology and empowered with AI. And number two is definitely doing researching as well, just learning more about, definitely you expressed at the beginning, AI is, or in the healthcare industry is really difficult, to tap in, especially adopting the new technology, and just kind of like getting into learning more about, the rules and regulations as well, and how to definitely get all of these approved in order to create our kind of AI device as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Very exciting.
Yeah, if I may share one more thing in addition to what you're sharing, Serena. For your consideration, Mary, we at Titan are also looking for like integration partners. So any companies that are interested in integrating a specific technology solution, directly into the device, I mean, we are having those conversations. And so, for whatever that's worth, that's also something we're looking for, is, developing solutions in the healthcare space through our device.
Wonderful. I'd really like to connect you with our tech guru, who also works very much in healthcare, as part of our associate team. So that might definitely be of interest. And we do have other healthcare leaders on our team.
Amazing.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you. Appreciate having me. And this was loads of fun. Thanks so much. And
Thanks
all
so
the
much.
best to you with all the good work that you're doing.
Likewise. Thank you. All right.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.